Hey, this is Tiqqle, and in this video we're playing with the Frost Witch Legendary, checking it out now that it is in 9.05. It's been buffed to 30%. We're going to use it, and I've already tried it in PvP a little bit in Arena. We'll talk about my thoughts. Just, you know, the TLDR is, truthfully, it is, I don't know if it's going to be great in Arena, but it is fun to use in casual, in like RBGs. And maybe it's good in, I don't know, maybe it'll be good in 2s because your constant damage is way up there. Before we get started, I want to give a big thank you to Skillshare, the sponsor of this video. Skillshare is an online learning community where they offer you different classes in a lot of different areas that a lot of people like you might be interested in, having to do with marketing, having to do with Photoshop, Premiere, video editing, storytelling. These are all creative things that content creators on YouTube and Twitch are deploying all the time. I've been watching different ones about storytelling with Simon Sinek. The way he talks about storytelling, I'm actually trying to do in this video by telling you the ending at the beginning and then reconstructing it. If you check out the video, you'll understand on Skillshare. If you are thinking about making content for WoW or other games, this is a great place to jump in and go to the Photoshop, the Premiere, the After Effects to learn how to do that. This will give you the tools that allow you to be able to start making content of your own. And I want to thank Skillshare for sponsoring this video. The first 1,000 of my subscribers to check it out using the link below will receive a free trial of the premium membership. I recommend you check it out, poke around, and see if there's anything that interests you. So thank you again to Skillshare. Well, let's go ahead and jump into the video. All right, so I'm using the Frost Witch Legendary. If you don't know about it, it's consuming 5 Maelstrom stacks, will reset my Storm Strike and make it do 30% more damage. That is 15% more than it was yesterday, so we're happy to check that out. This is the build that I'm running. It's using Ellie Blast. Finally, maybe time in the sun for the Ellie Blast. It was a, you know, a lot of people love this ability because of the way it looks. Oh yeah, I'm on this beautiful mount too. You should get it in your mailbox. But god dang, is it cool. All right, so that's the build that I'm running. I think my conduits speak for themselves. Using Unruly Wind still. I am using Focus Lightning, which will make my spenders do more damage. And now it's actually a pretty big deal because my spenders are going to be a huge portion of my damage. The goal here is to go ahead and check it out, see what it's like. And I'm also using Stormkeeper. Stormkeeper, a bit different because it only buffs Chain Lightning. How could that possibly be good in PvP? Yeah, I don't know. We're just gonna have to send it, okay? We're just gonna have to send it and then see what happens. I want to test it out. I don't want to, you know, it's new, it's flashy, it's the new thing. So let's go ahead and start getting in here. Again, I'm gonna pop my Wind Fury, but you know, I'm not gonna be, you know, that too worked up about it. So all right, so we're just gonna try to see what's the objective of this build is to get sustained damage. So that was a 4K. That which isn't actually that good. Let's go ahead and use the Chain Lightning here. Chain Lightning did 3.6K. Chain Lightning did 2K. It's not that good, but he was in D stance. Let's go ahead and see if we can catch up with this man. Frost Shock again. Gotta catch up. Gotta catch up. Gotta catch. Yeah, turn around, buddy. I'm gonna use Ellie Blast. Ellie Blast on 9K and also reset Storm Strike. That's what it's about. All of a sudden, even though I've only just started, I'm feeling like it's BFA. Bursting again with just Storm Strike spam, so we'll have to see how it goes. Now this team has 3 rogues. Our nemesis already. Ellie Blast off the beginning. Go ahead and get that 6K or reset Storm Strike. Now the thing about this build you'll have to remember is if you do it, you got to make sure that you're using, oh my god, Goku, you got to make sure that you're using Wind Fury still. It's going to still be good for your burst, you know? It's still going to be good for getting those Maelstrom stacks so that you can spend them, but yeah, Ellie Blast again reflected. Okay. Okay. Let's see if we can get in here. Remember, every time you use a spender, it's going to buff your next Storm Strike, right? I'm going to wall right away. I'm going to Ellie Blast. I'm going to use Stormkeeper. Now, Stormkeeper shouldn't go off of my Maelstrom weapon stacks, but it may, right? So I'll use Chain Lightning here twice. Yeah, Chain Lightning doesn't really do that much, you know. Uh-oh. We're in Trub. We are in the Trubby, but okay, I just ran away real quick. You want to stay a little elusive from these rogues. They got a buff that not many people talked about. But yeah, so anyway, the main point of using Frost Witch is to make your rotation a lot more smooth, and honestly, it becomes very smooth. You actually have so many globals, you don't know what to do with them. So we'll see how the damage turns out in the end. But with more Storm Strike should come more damage, right? So again, want to drop that Wind Fury sometimes. My weak aura is not actually set up correctly. All right, he uses a lot of cooldowns. We'll just keep hitting into it, I guess. Ready. Ellie Blast. Hit for low damage, but my Storm Strike's back. Damn, dude. What is doing the damn? Storm Strike's doing the damn. The damn. 5.4k, not shabby, actually. All right. I don't want to Zerg people down. I want to get a good fight. LA Blast hitting for 7k, and then we close it down with that good old Storm Strike. All right, well, so I think already I can already tell. I mean, as soon as you start playing the patch, you'll see the differences. You'll see what feels different. You'll see what doesn't. And one of the things that doesn't feel very good is Storm Strike. Wow, Stormkeeper. Stormkeeper, if it's just using Chain Lightning, which is the big change, it now only does Chain Lightning, increasing it to deal 230% more damage. Wow, they downed that from 300%. I didn't see that change in the patch notes. More damage and increased and instant cast. So, yeah, to be expected. All right, let's go ahead and get in here. Oh, this guy's getting the business beaten out of him. Oh, he just went up in the air. Holy shit. Blind. All right, let's go ahead and get going. Again, I'm going to drop Wind Fury first, just to make sure that that's down. I have a healer. That's nice for us. Capstone. Blind. I'm just going to Ascend right here. So Ascend, as I'm still running it, is it the best? I don't know. I'm not, like, getting Giga procs from it, right? Evasion. I want to hit the other target with my physical. After this, I'm going to Chain Harvest. Still doing Savage damage. I haven't used my... I haven't used Alley Blast. One of the things that I've heard people say is Tiqqle. But if you're using Alley Blast, that means you're not healing, and healing is one of the best parts of Enhanced Shaman right now, and you're not wrong. I'm going to use Stormkeeper here, Chain Lightning. 3k, is that good? I don't know. Alley Blast gives me a Storm Strike back, and I can press. My only counter to that whole argument is honestly that, you know, you're going to be using spenders on Alley Blast versus just heals. That is true, but even then, you're actually resetting your Storm Strikes, which is going to generate more Maelstrom. I heal myself there. Okay. I heal myself. And also healing resets the Storm Strikes. So that's also good. Okay, so here again, I heal myself. Gonna Capstun. I'm going to Panda Incap him into it. Oh, he evasion. I didn't know you could actually evasion that. That's good to know. Disoriented, unfortunate. Oh, we want to build up to the heal. Oof, double rogue. Rough. So... that's the only thing I would say is that, okay, you still use Alien Blast, but let's look at my damage breakdown while we have a second. Number 1, Storm Strike. Wow. That's huge. You might say to yourself, but it's only 15% damage on that legendary. Well, it's actually not just that. It's 15% damage, but it also resets the cooldown of Storm Strikes. So you're actually Storm Striking much more. And a lot of people love pressing that Storm Strike button. So, yeah, I'm actually pretty psyched about it overall. All right, so there's many men over here. I really should not engage, but... oh, that's a weird move. I thought there was a rogue coming over there. But... oh. Alright. So here I could, like, you could argue that maybe this would be a good use of, Stormkeeper, but kind of hard one for me to buy into that, but I'll try it. Okay, I used it. Chain Lightning. Ow, I'm dead. Yeah. Rogues are going to pop us really hard still. Holy shoot! They have 5 rogues! Now, they're not doing that much damage, but they can hold you down pretty well. So, again, damage breakdown. Not surprised about Storm Strike. You see, LA Blast is peaking up there. And, frankly, in an arena situation, I expect LA Blast to be your second damage by a big margin. And the reason for that is you'll actually have a healer. You won't have to just rely on yourself to heal. If I'm doing a YOLO solo here, I have to... I'm self-dependent. So... alright, I'm not even going to use it on that guy. Slow, Capstone. Alright, let's go ahead on this healer, right? We're going to go into Chain Harvest. Chain Harvest still slapping 14k there. I'm going to Alley Blast. Only 3k. Oh, and he knocked me out. That was unfortunate. We're going to Ascend. Not great. Not great. Especially because the rogues are around, probably. We do not like the Rouge. We do not like the Rouge. Alley Blast, which will reset Wind Strike as well. I mean, that's not the best thing, though. Alright, so here I'm going to heal. Reset Storm Strike. Very good. And yes, I am a panda. There's a lot of people that are giving me some mixed feedback on that. But I'll tell you this. I'm slapping, dude. And I'm panda incapping the shit out of these kids. Alright, so let's go ahead and just keep damage rolling here. I'll use Stormkeeper. It really doesn't look like Stormkeeper is a good choice. You can see, if you look, you can see the lightning shield damage. Lightning shield doing 600 damage back to back to back. That is not adding up to a lot still. I know a lot of people aren't happy about that, but again, in arena, it will do a little bit more. I did some arenas earlier, and, you know, it does a little bit more, but not that much more. So that's the only thing I'll say is Lightning Shield was buffed by like 300%, which like people were like, oh, that's huge. It's not really that much. It's still not hitting for that much. You see 350. 350 is still not great. Let's go ahead and heal myself. I'm gonna heal out of this. Yep, there we go. Oh, I can't touch him with that. Okay, we're just gonna Storm Strike till the dogs come home. I'm gonna LA Blast him to death. Bazinga. LA Blast is hitting pretty hard. Let's look at the damage breakdown for LA Blast. LA Blast, upwards of 9K. That's not bad. That's with the conduit. That's really not bad. I could buff that up further by having Earthen Spike. I'm gonna be honest with you. I mean, in general, you know, you're seeing how it's going right now with kind of the kind of higher consistent burst and the more fluid rotation. Like I have so many buttons to press, it's disgusting. And a lot of times people are like, but but Enhance doesn't have, you know, they're missing some globals. Not with this build, friend. Not with this build, especially when you do that. You can have some back-to-back like 10K globals. Basically is what we're talking about. Ready? So like, you ready? I'll use a lightning bolt, reset Storm Strike. Okay, I press that. I actually use another Storm Strike, Elemental Blast, another Storm Strike, lightning bolt. I mean, you start to get a lot of momentum, which is nice. But I will say this: the increase of my passive damage is decent. It's good with the use of Frost Witch, with the use of LE Blast. But what I'll tell you is I don't know. Based on my arena games earlier, I was playing with a Garf, just testing some different builds out. I'm not convinced that it is a great 3v3 build unless you're just going for the max constant Mongo damage, because it will achieve that. But in reality, the issue is a lot of times you're not killing people with just Mongo damage, unless maybe you're playing with a Windwalker, or maybe now even a Warrior. You're killing people in 3-second stuns. If you look at people's death logs, it's not because of attrition. It's because of you don't have cooldowns to trade for the burst. And now with Enhance having more like kind of sustained damage, I don't know if it really is really doing us a favor or not. Doom Winds is savage. I love it. But I was hoping that this would be an alternative. And like I said, maybe it will be. Let's DR stun out of this. Just do the closer with the Ascendance. You know, so that's the one thing I'll say. LA Blast hitting for 10K is good. And that right there, that was just me in Ascendance. If I had Doom Winds on that, I would have shredded him and his next generation. So it is tough to say, but my current thought is that I like it for RBGs, like it for constant damage. I'm looking forward to trying it in Raid and in Mythic Pluses, even though the same argument goes there. You really want those 10-second burst windows, because that's when you do huge packs. That's when you're focusing on, you know, maybe on an increased damage stage of the boss fight, right? So that's just something for you to think about. LA Blast, the big slap. Now that flag's freaking big. But so that's what I'll say. That's kind of my assessment, and this BG is showing me pretty much the same thing. Again, like I said, Elemental Blast, the more I sustain myself, the more times I get globals and all that, you're going to see LA Blast continue to rise up in my damage. Now again, Lightning Shield still looking like dog doo-doo. I might not have had it up earlier, maybe earlier on in the BG, but frankly, I just don't think it's going to have it's just not going to have throughput. Especially for how fast these are. Maybe in RBG, maybe in Arena will be better, but yeah. So let's go ahead and use Chain Lightning on these guys. I don't think it's good. I don't think it's worth it for PvP at least. Yep, I don't think it's worth it. So, you know, that was an experiment. Experiment's over. Definitely not the go-to in PvP. All right, LA Blast, grounding, Lust here, and just start doing my big beam rotation. Boop. Okay, we gave him the closer. That's called the Chain Harvest. Yeah, obviously I want to use that on 3 people if possible, but really the single target damage of that ability is still insane. 15K crit, hello? Now, to be honest with you, I might have been on a flag carrier, but the deal is it's still huge, and it's still, like I said, a very big burst, right? And that's where you're going to see a lot of people are probably going to stay Enhance, and they're going to stay Venter. Now, a lot of people are saying, well, Tiqqle, what about going Necrolord? Well, that is definitely possible. I see it for PvE single target as a no-brainer that that's going to happen. But for PvP, again, you're not going to get that pop burst of a Chain Harvest of 15k. You will get what Necrolord has, which is you're going to get an additional Lightning Bolt. Again, that's more sustained. I think a Frost Witch Necrolord will do much more sustained damage than a Venthyr in at least PvP. Oh, man, Alley Blast. Give him the slap. So that's kind of my take on the legendaries. I think Covenant-wise, I still think Venthyr's going to be king for PvP. For PvE, I think people are going to start switching. I think you're going to see people switch to Night Fae. I think you're going to see people switch to Necrolord. I do believe that, especially Necrolord for the sustained damage. So that's what I think. I think Kyrian could also be equally as good as an alternative. But I just see people being drawn to Night Fae a little bit more. Now that you're going to be casting, if Alley Blast is really the answer or the big banger, then you're definitely going to see people gravitate that direction. I'm making a third Shaman myself to go Night Fae because I want to try it out. I personally think that Resto, Shaman, Night Fae, and PvP is the single best. I just think it's going to do so much damage. It's like a Convoke on a Resto Shaman. It's insane. You'll see it soon if you don't know what I'm talking about. Yeah, you'll be surprised. Earlier. But yeah, okay, there we are, 15-3, solo. We did have 2 healers on my team. I don't know them, but damn, we did pump. And again, that breakdown, Storm Strike is going to start being that king back like it was in BFA. It's not going to be, you might notice, you might say, well, why, what else would it be? Wind Fury. Wind Fury has been the top if you're running Doom Winds because of that burst. And it actually is crazy that it makes up that much additional damage, and it's just the cooldown from Legendary. This is actually an ability, and I do like that. I like that about this top damage here. So now what I'll do, guys, that's my thoughts about, you know, the Legendary. That's my thoughts on the Covenants. And you might notice that I am now a Night Fae. Yes, I did switch, but I just wanted to point out that the bug that I was referring to is now hotfixed. It had to do with Stormkeeper still activating with Lightning Bolt on a Necrolord. But yes, I do now have a Night Fae Shaman. I was so excited about it. Chat riled me up, and we did the switch. So you will be seeing the suck coming from this tune, and we're going to make it happen. So guys, with that being said, we'll see you in the next video. Thank you again so much to Skillshare for sponsoring this video. Guys, go down to that link. Go, join, go. And we will see you on the stream or in the next video. Take care, everybody. Love you.